Grand risings, supreme risings, blessings, abundance to all of the reflections out there, to all of my loved ones out there, who reciprocating the energy and, just on this vibration of love and peace. And, we know that shit come with a dark side as well. And it's all harmonious, and you got to be harmonious with it, for sure. But I'm coming on here today to basically talk about a subject, which is moving fast. And I've been talking about this for a minute, but from my experiences of moving fast within myself, it's only in ways you can feel like moving fast gets the job done, but when you go back and you look at the surface, there's still bacteria on that job that you finished so quick, if that makes sense. So it's very important to take your time, pace yourself according to you and your likeliness. Beware of those people who are out there moving fast. I dealt with a lot of individuals, and certain individuals, especially, this is why I stopped going around people, because I peeped people and I basically called them out and was like, nah, you're not real. Like, you got some internal shit to work on. And I knew, because these certain beings are rushing to put out albums and put out songs and put out content without actually thinking about, hey, if I put this shit out and I rush, will I be actually affecting people how I'm supposed to? So it's people like that really irritate the hell out of me, because it's like, bro, you're rushing to put out some content just for the likes and the attention aspect of it, but it's like you're misleading a lot of people by not fully doing your research and taking time to process what it is that you discovered, or whatever it is that you came to terms with. But it's a lot of people out here who want to be creators and content creators and who want to make music, and you feel me, there's a lot of good artists out here as well, but it's just like they fuck themselves up by rushing, and their music projects that. So when you hear their music, it's not as good as it could be. It's not bad, horrible music, but it ain't good. I'm not gonna cap to you, it's not the authentic shit. And so I see a lot of my peers just rushing through stuff, and even myself, I went through it as well. Even with the content creators, I see a lot of people mimicking what I said, or I'll say something real important, or that isn't said, it's authentically said from me, and I know I pull a lot of people in, and certain people will steal that content and say it over as if they just came to terms and they just found out. So a lot of these people who are like getting the most support now, and I'm not talking about like I'm talking about like people love them, right? They love what they have to say. 9 times out of 10, these content creators, and I'm not talking about them authentic ones at all, but I'm talking about these ones who live based off of aesthetic, what they think aesthetically looks pleasing, what they think sounds aesthetically pleasing, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of content creators are finding out the hard way that none of that shit holds any weight. And I notice a lot of content creators are trying to lead people to consumption, and none of it is about going within. None of it is about tapping into that God body within you. None of it is healing the mental, because we can talk about God body. There's content creators all day who talk about God body, but when we get to the mental health aspect, motherfuckers don't like to talk about that. They like to run away from it. They like to make these narcissistic replies and make it seem like discarding the mental health aspect. You cannot be woke. You cannot be aware walking around with a mental health illness. No, the fuck you cannot. No, the fuck you cannot. I've been saying this shit. You can look on my page. I've been saying this for forever. And motherfuckers see my shit, but don't ever support me. Don't do nothing. And I don't give a fuck if you support me or not. This is whoever needed to hear it, heard it, and they liked it, and it was reciprocal. But all of those who just getting the energy, getting the game from me, and you not showing no support, not even no nothing, you gonna learn the hard way that your authenticity, you stealing authenticity from another soul, your shit's gonna fall. And what I mean by fall is, it's not only about likes and shit like that. It's like your mental health. People are going to see, it's going to be prevalent that you have mental health illnesses. You're not actually working through the things that you talk about. You're not actually working through them. You haven't actually experienced them yourself. So the experience, that's what I mean when I say fall. The experience will show, and those who don't have true experience will reap the benefits of, you know, the karmic benefits of not experiencing that. So they gon' experience that, and most people don't look at that as benefits because it's something that may be deemed as bad, but it's a karmic benefit. You speaking on other people's situation, you haven't been through that, and then you want to seem like you the greatest content creator. You know what you're talking about, you wise, you mentally aligned, and as soon source, you could lie to everybody else, you could lie, but source knows you. You know you. Your God body know you, and you know if you experience some shit for real, and if you actually processed it and you got the fucking memo. So, you know, walking around mentally retarded, and I don't give a fuck how nobody, I don't care, walking around mentally retarded and preaching, you know, pushing out music, talking about 9 ether, that stuff is good. Don't get me wrong, I'm never talking down on where we genetically come from. Don't get it twisted, like, don't. But what I'm saying is, it's a lot of motherfuckers making music who not on that vibration for real. And I've been around some of these folks, and all they did was rush themselves. Going back to where I was started at with this, they rushed themselves, you know, trying to be another person, so they'll steal another person's words, another person's authenticity, another person's, you know, way of doing things, and they rush themselves into trying to complete something before another person completed. And it's a competition with another person. A competition, you know, you shouldn't even be competing with self. I'm not competing with self. Why would I compete with myself? That's self. Why would I compete with her? It would be no point in competing with self, because you move, she move. You don't move, she don't move. So why would you compete? Your self is just reflecting who you is. So why would you compete with anybody? The energy of competition in itself is just not good. That's why when it came to that Nuwapu shit, and when it came to that, I stopped messing with a shorty who was in that group because she was competitive. That competitive spirit ain't it. And when I see that in you, just a glimpse of that shit, I'm like, you ain't for me. You competitive as fuck. There's no such as a healthy competition. I don't give a fuck. There's no such. There's no such. You shouldn't be competing. Everything should just be you should be doing it out the pureness of your heart. And I understand little, like, you know, basketball and, you know, warrior events, that's something complete. Sports and all that shit is completely, when I'm talking about music and shit like that, I don't get this, like, the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and that's a healthy exercise, a healthy competition. A lot of like bloggers was saying that and just backing that up, like, oh, that's a healthy competition, is good. No, that's not, because you should be able to just go to the Most High and ask for what you need so that you can perfect your craft. You don't need to perfect your craft or get better at your craft or learn more things about your craft by going against somebody and causing war. That doesn't make fucking sense. That does not make fucking sense at all, bro. It's stupid. That's retarded. So I like Pete Shorty, you know, motherfuckers came off nice. The last person I was dealing with came off nice. All these people came off nice, right? And they think that I'm stupid, that I don't peeping all your admirance for me that turns into hate. I know when it turns into hate. I see when it switches into hate because of the competitive factor. You feel me? So I've always been, you know, and I'm not saying I've never been competitive. I've definitely had that in me. But I had to redirect that and instead of competing with anybody, not even the so-called powers that be, I don't compete with the motherfuckers. They not on my motherfucking level. Why would I compete with you? So I redirected that energy. I no longer compete. I use that energy to get shit done, to do the things that I actually want to do, instead of worrying about competing with another person about what they doing. So that's why I had to cut a lot of them motherfuckers off that was in that shit. It became a cult. And if you wasn't doing certain things, a lot of them in that, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. A lot of them in that group was not individually. They're not invoked in individuality. When I was in those group chats and shit, when it came to that Nuwapu shit, it was really like I seen a lot of them, they didn't work on the mental aspects, the emotional aspects of themselves. So they over here unhealed, relating trauma bonding upon relationships, or basically saying, oh, we all in a relationship, da da da. Nothing's wrong with that. But at the same time, that's what you basing this shit off of. When we over here as a collective need a rise, why the fuck are you talking about a relationship like that shit's helping you? That's helping, individually is helping you. But what's gonna help us? So that's why I didn't fuck with that shit. I'm like, y'all talking about bullshit. Y'all pissing me off. And then I asked, one of the reflections for advice. It was phase 1 girl. I asked her for advice. I'm really trying to get advice. How she responded to me, let me know who he was as a person. I'm like, bitch, she ain't no bitch, but this is I'm being raw. I don't give a fuck. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. So that's exactly, she's a goddess, always. But, this is my reaction, like, bitch, did you just tell me some by the book shit? So I know I can't fuck with y'all, because y'all don't even tell niggas real shit. I ain't expect motherfuckers to send me money, no none of that. I expect motherfuckers to be there, be a real connection, give me real advice, feel me on what I'm saying. Give me sound advice, not some shit I already fucking know. I was homeless as fuck. I'm asking, before that, I have gave phase 1, donated this nigga a lot of fucking money. Why? Because I'm real. I put my money into shit that I feel like will help our community. I thought that nigga was helping our community. This nigga didn't do nothing with them donations, but keep making diss letters against motherfuckers. And that shit didn't matter. Y'all see all of this shit? It's like, damn. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, it's 6 for real. It's 6 helicopters as I'm making this shit. That's crazy. And they loud as fuck. But yeah, so yeah, that's what made me realize, like, this nigga himself ain't because who he attracted is who you are. So when she responded to me like that, I'm like, the whole thing is rigged. You don't got real divine feminine energy. Damn. You really don't have compassion and a healing spirit. Damn. You really only care about you and yours. Damn. Oh, okay. Because a motherfucker wasn't asking for nothing. I was just asking for a little advice. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was going through it with my family. I just needed a little bit of the help. And I went to Nuwapu, and them motherfuckers didn't show me no love. It's only few of them motherfuckers that I love. And it's divine reciprocation, because they divine chosen beings. But just because phase 1 and his girl, and they put a whole facade on and made it seem like, oh, they got the divine feminine and the divine masculine, that's where you get tricked at. You start thinking, oh, now they going viral and shit. So you start thinking, oh, this soul really like that. No, they're not. Action, energy never fucking lies. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. Everybody can tell who I am by my energy and how I speak, period, point blank. All that going against like, that nigga literally went against everybody in the spiritual community. Nobody was like safe with this nigga. Phase 1 went against everybody in the spiritual community. You still telling me this nigga's all right? No, the fuck he not. He's sick in his head. So, this is going everywhere, but it's meant to. It's meant to be like this, because it's some shit I've been holding in, and I've been feeling a way about that nigga because he did magic against me. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. I'm not accusing nobody. This is divine, nigga. I know what happened. This nigga did magic towards me, and he's about to pay for that shit. And his girl gonna pay for that shit too, because y'all wasn't being divine. Y'all wasn't being true to self. Y'all wasn't being authentic. When I talked to you, it was never authentic. So I go back to my stating case where I was saying, a lot of people are rushing. These motherfuckers was rushing to get to a certain place, to get to a certain status of recognition. I don't give a fuck about no recognition, nigga. As long as what I'm saying is true and real. As long as when my reflections can come to me, my divine feminines can come to me, my divine masculines can come to me, and I will be there, and I will not judge your situation. Because I done been through the most horriblest shit. And I will give you sound advice. I'm not, and they talk about sound reasoning, but you couldn't fucking reason and give me sound advice, bitch. Give a fuck if you don't like how I'm talking. Fuck is you talking about? Come real. But y'all wear the little hijibby jeebs, and you wearing all this, and nigga, I basically felt like niggas singled out. If I didn't do certain shit, if I didn't rap, they was taking, most of the artists was taking other artists, people like Jill Scott. We was making a record together. His girl literally copied Jill Scott whole swag, bro. Whole swag. She did the little call, all of that. I'm like, y'all niggas not original at all. Phase 1 not original. All his music come from Lil Baby and all these other people, and he remix it and then send letters out to the motherfuckers. Be original. If you gonna say something, be original. Throw chakra open, authenticity. So I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care about none of that. And it's still free Dr. York. It's still free Rashad Jamal. But that nigga ain't right. Phase 1 ain't right. He not the one for that one. He not. Nigga was only asking motherfuckers for donations. He was overexcited to hop on the interview. I've been watching motherfuckers from behind the scenes, just seeing, because this nigga did magic on me. Period, point blank. And I'm not saying he too powerful. I'm stronger than that nigga. But I'm just saying, like, I just don't like playing with me like that. You playing with me in them Astros, and I could really knuckle up and get like that with you. So I didn't like that. And I'm not accusing nobody of no shit. This is actual, like, this is my word is my bond. Give a fuck who believe me or not. So I don't fuck with that whole energy no more, because they on some witchcraft. And it's not like they using the witchcraft, the hoodoo magic. It's not like they using that shit for good. They using it for fucking what they want. Period. I got proof. Nigga, fuck is you talking about? I got proof that this nigga did magic and sent somebody towards me. Like in real time. So yeah, I'm hot. That nigga sent somebody to me in real time, and I got the receipt. I got everything. I saved that shit that day. So I got receipts, nigga. And actual receipts, nigga. Motherfuckers came to me in real time, bro, at my old job. And niggas know when I used to be making my videos, I used to leave my job in there. Wasn't that hard to find me. Wasn't that hard to know that I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. You can find me, nigga. If you gonna take me out, take me out. That's how I know niggas knew where I was at. I say all of this to say motherfuckers is rushing, moving fucking fast. Moving fast. Fucking themselves out of their divine connection to the Most High, to themselves. And now they just pushing out this boo-boo ass garbage shit. Letter to this, letter to that, letter to that. And if we talk about a lower level, the motherfuckers that I seen that is not, they don't got sound reason, and they in competition, they doing the same shit, pushing out boo-boo. Straight ass. Straight shit. Because you're not taking your fucking time. And you just trying to speak on, oh, it's Nuwapu, it's 9 ether. So we gonna rap about, like, it don't matter. I'm not just talking about the Nuwapians too. I'm talking about them spiritual motherfuckers too, who think it's all, oh, we gods, this is that, and then they get in their ego and get in their mind and get fucking sick. If we gonna unify, how the fuck we gonna unify under a nigga who creating a cult? Because literally, I experienced the cultism. I never experienced that and I never really reached out to connect with Rashad Jamal and all of them. But it was never no cultism. Like, if you ain't this, you ain't that. Like, fuck you, nigga. I don't gotta be Nuwapu just to be divine. Fuck is you talking about, bitch? I'm divine as fuck as me, and I got sound right reason, and I still fuck with Dr. Malachi. I still fuck with Rashad. I still fuck with all the ones that came before me. Fuck is you talking about? So I seen the energy go towards motherfuckers who's kissing ass. That's who phase 1 like. He like who kiss ass. This one girl, I forgot her name, Fahima or some shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me saying your name. I'ma say it. He basically was fucking with Shorty because she kissed ass. I was like, nah, this shit crazy. Y'all niggas is really doing it like this. I thought y'all was built off realness, nigga. I thought y'all was built off authenticity, bro. I come around y'all niggas over here keeping the same protocol that these other individuals outside of the spiritual community was keeping. So I expected y'all to do better. So yeah, the base of this message, I had to get all of this out. Everything was divinely orchestrated how it's supposed to be. Everything was said how it was supposed to be. And I'm standing on that. And all these motherfuckers who do what you want. You want to talk about our spiritual leaders. You want to beat them down. You want to feel like you high and mighty. Do that. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Because I know at the end of the day what's real and what's not. But for those of you who know better, watch out for the motherfuckers who moving too fast, who trying to be in competition, who pushing out shit that, it may be speaking on some cosmic shit, but it and some stuff that's happening in this world. And I'm not saying to just all the way just ignore a motherfucker, but I am saying watch out for people, because even if they is speaking a positive message, we live in a light a light realm. We live in a light, cold, lockdown realm. So this realm is based off light. The light can be manipulated. The darkness can't be manipulated. If you see that dark side, ain't no way you can manipulate that shit. Nigga, see it as it is. Damn, you, unless you delusional as fuck and you try to convince yourself it's something else. But at the same time, yeah, when you're in this light can be manipulated, meaning a person can manipulate and put on a mask and pretend like they can say all the right things. It's all about energy. You gotta feel this person's energy. Like, motherfucking, that's why I didn't fuck with FaZe. Nigga covering up his eyes. Let me look into your soul, bro. Why are you always covering up your eyes? Why are you always looking all like, that's not militant. That's not real. That's European militarism. The fact that I can't see your eyes as a kin. The fact that as a reflection, I can't look into your eyes and see what your intentions is. That's how I know you was on some fuck shit. So I'm saying, like, energy never lies, bro. And you start to see people fall into their demise. And it's going to get worse. And what you're going to start to see is them having mental breakdowns, mental illnesses, and you're going to start seeing it. They're not going to be able to hide that shit unless they truly work on themselves and they switch their whole stilo. If they don't switch their stilo, you're going to start to see the mental illnesses play a factor major in their life. So all these people, they got certain, what do you call it, titles and names and shit inside of this community. So they think, and other people think, they like that. But nah, none of that shit mean nothing. If you really like that, you wouldn't let us be being called black. You wouldn't, like, not even just the black shit. It'd just be a lot of shit that wouldn't be happening. The competition, how he orchestrated his whole groups. I'm like, I don't like this shit. Like, how you orchestrating it, you letting anybody in, you letting anybody do whatever, you letting motherfuckers, like, too many energies. It was no organization. It was no, really trying to find the divine ones. Because there's those ones who are coming to cause chaos. There was no organization whatsoever. And, a lot of them was making fun of a lot of shit that I'm just like, y'all think y'all better. They was acting high and mighty. And I don't like that shit. Because if y'all reference the Bible and all these religious texts, anything about Jesus, which I don't believe in Jesus. I know that motherfucker not real in my life. That nigga's not real. So, but I know what his energy represent. I know what his story represent. If you know anything about the Jesus story or any of that, you would definitely be around everybody. You definitely wouldn't be acting high and mighty. You definitely wouldn't be trying to control. You would know when to trade places. You would know when to, this person. Now I was just talking to another reflection, and we was just basically saying, when to hand somebody they flowers and basically let them lead. When to lead and when not to lead, and when to let somebody else take the lead type shit. And phase one ain't got that in him, and the people around him ain't got that in him. I seen it. I'm a real ass being. I'm not saying anybody who in Nuwapu, is a bad everybody in Nuwapu is a bad person, because I done met some who still support me and they respectful as fuck and they cool. And I see why y'all like the doctrine. Dr. Malachi Z. York, which is the essence of who made this shit. Not no phase one, bro. I don't know why y'all listen to that nigga, but y'all should go straight to Dr. York, and it should be just about Dr. York. All that kissing phase one ass, if he was really gonna help Dr. York, shit would have got bigger than what it was. His intentions aren't right. You see how Rashad Jamal reached a lot of people. His intentions was right. Give a fuck how nobody feel. That's why he locked up now. That's, if you really think about it, that's why Dr. York got locked up, because he was on some real shit. When you on some real shit, you get locked up, nigga. How I know? Because that shit done happened to me. Now, I'm not saying you can't move diligent and move smart, but there's a difference between moving diligent and smart and avoiding shit. Lacking, the awareness, actually, like, avoiding shit, actually not speaking on subjects because this could get my page flagged. Phase one don't speak on shit that matters, bro. And when D-Dale came out with a video talking about the 5 gates of hell or Lucifer that was going to be open, Phase over here like, we don't give a fuck about no gates being open. Or basically, he didn't say that, but he was just basically like, who cares about those gates? Y'all all worried about the outside shit. And that's how the manipulators play. Why did those gates, it's a long time, I've been holding all this in, but why did those gates matter? Why? Because basically, it's important to know your environments within, internally, and externally. So him saying that was just like combative and ignorant as fuck. He was ignorant as fuck for saying those portals don't matter, because it's like the CERN shit. It's like all of that shit. Once these portals open up, there's going to be more attacks. A lot of spiritual people done fell off. Why? Because those gates got open and certain entities was coming in and seeping through them, through the factions of mental health. So now a lot of people in the psych ward. You got a lot of people in jail. You got a lot of people lashing out. So that nigga really irritated me with that, because I'm like, B-Dale really telling some good ass information, and he not making it a cult, and he letting you know, even though, you know, you go within, you got to know this shit outside of you that is trying to get into you. So phase 1 was completely ignorant, completely lacking awareness when it came to that, and he was misleading y'all. And I don't like that shit. So bro went against everybody. He was slighting motherfuckers. He slighted B-Dale. I don't give a fuck. B-Dale kept going, kept being him, but I peeped it. I'm like, you slighted, bro, by saying his portals don't matter. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. You are deceptive as fuck. So doing anything for likes, all this like, oh, I'm the biggest clout chaser. Believe that nigga when he say that. Believe that nigga when he say that. Because clout chasing ain't nothing to be proud of. That's not how, the way he going about it, that's not how he doing it all wrong. You going about it all wrong. And I just seen he posted his little song. Why I'm talking about this nigga? Because I feel like he a big fucking problem. He a big fucking problem. Not big. Nah, definitely not. Because I got over the shit he sent towards me, his little magic week. But nigga just misleading a lot of chosen seeds. He usurping y'all energy, using y'all energy to keep himself sustained. Give a fuck how y'all feel. You'll see it when you see it. I know what I know. Righteousness is righteousness. Give a fuck what background you came from. This nigga could have been Muslim. Don't give a fuck. You're wrong, you're wrong. He could have been in the spiritual community. He could have been for Rashad Jamal. If you're wrong, you're wrong. So, yeah, he's very arrogant. He's very arrogant. He's not a leader at all. And that's not, he uses European ideology in militant ways to make us feel like he's a divine masculine, and he's not. And if y'all go back to the Life Wave and all of them, Dr. York's children, I don't understand how you're not supposed to be talking about them, and you're supposed to, you know, Dr. York said not to get on them, or you yourself said you don't want to, you know, talk about York and all of them, da-da-da. All right, if that's the case, why are you talking and going against Atmos and all of that, whatever their names is, I don't give a fuck. But why are you going against them and talking about them? And then I went and go watch their videos again and realized you was a whole weird-ass nigga. You actually got issues, mental issues. You feel me? Like, you actually sick in the head. For real, for real. And how I knew the nigga was sick before I watched any videos or anything is because the nigga was in his drawers on the video with a fucking a nail gun or a little drill or whatever. And I'm like, you doing anything for attention? You getting naked, my nigga. Clout chasing is never that serious. It's never, that's not the way you reach people, by getting naked and shit with a drill and promoting your song and doing, you basically acting like a fucking clown, bro. A puppet. It's like that becomes your life. You look for those likes. That's what phase 1 became. The nigga became a usurper of energy, only looking for validation. How? Because that nigga took his fucking clothes off on Instagram, bro. With a drill. Tied a fucking sweater around his waist. And made it seem like, if that isn't fucking redundant and pointless, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Because at least Rashad told us to go within. At least we was told to activate ourselves by wearing our crystals. At least we was told that hoodoo and certain factions of witchcraft wasn't witchcraft. It was actually like spells and shit. It's actually shit that we could use and to alchemize the shit that's being thrown at us. He was actually talking about the cops. He was talking about Malcolm X and how Malcolm X separated from Islam. And he separated from Islam because he started to realize that they weren't fighting when a lot of them got killed and was basically killed by cops. And, you know, you could go look this up, you know. And when they got killed by the cops, the Nation of Islam did not revolt. So Malcolm X wasn't fucking with that. And they kind of had a separation. Shah Jamal talks about all this shit. cosmic, mental. He talk about what to be a black sheep in that family, and it gets more into the mental aspect of, damn, like, this is when you different from people. Phase 1 ain't helping no mental aspect, my nigga. He just leading y'all to another nigga. And another man who leading you to another man who can't lead himself. And I'm be real. Like, yeah, send us to the knowledge. Send us to Malachi York. Send us to Rashad. Send us to the information. But at the end of the day, if you don't have your own message and it ain't coming out authentic, what the fuck are you doing this for? So niggas is only wanting validation, and you could clearly see that, period, point blank. Then, you know, you got his followers and shit, some of his followers that I fell out with, and I'm like, y'all want the same validation. Y'all want the same competition. I see why he treated you as if you was like this, you know? Treated you as if you was higher echelon, because you're an ass kisser. Because you're willing to kiss his ass to get where you need to be. Because you want clout, so you're going to like him, and then, you know, all the other supporters going to follow and do all that. It's just a game. It's a game. And from all the other spiritual leaders that I've came in contact, that I personally have been connected with, I've never experienced that, bro. I've never experienced that. So it's a lot of spiritual people getting disconnected and shit. And it's that time where a revealing is about to happen. So their mental health state is about to be revealed. Y'all are about to be able to see it clearly. And they're not going to be able to control it. And this is why I'm saying all of this, because moving fast is what gets you fucked up. And it was what puts you in the place of last. Is what y'all, if there's not even a last in first place. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no fucking last in first place. But moving fast is going to put you last in y'all mind. If that's how y'all think, I guess. If you think there's a place, my nigga. If you think there's placement in this shit, when there's really not. But yeah, moving fast, trying to push out all this content, push all these albums, all these letters too. You know, you see it's not really fully thought about. It's not telling us no cosmic information. It's not telling us nothing concerning, because a lot of the black community, the so-called black community, indigenous people need mental health before anything. If your mental not good, how the fuck we gonna revolt? Phase 1 ain't doing that. I don't see nobody else really doing that. So I see B Dale doing that. He talking about them factions, and I'm big ups to bro, for real. That's that Libra energy, that triple Libra energy. He said it's triple Libra. So I fuck with that. Like, I feel like, you know, the ones who not locked up, out of all of them, he one of the main ones that's putting in that work. And a couple of other ones too. So I definitely got to give props to bro. But yeah, if y'all follow Dr. Malachi Z. York, go look for somebody who giving you all the aspects on this shit, not just one-sided transcripts and court documents, and getting you into that aspect of this shit, because that shit lame as fuck. You know, like, you can't worry about somebody else's case for so long. I understand helping our leaders out. I understand that shit, but at the same time, you so focused on his case, we not handling the mental faculties of our people. How the fuck you worried about a nigga that's locked up when we not helping the people that's out and helping them align? If we gonna get to a place where we can go free to God, free Dr. Malachi Z. York, free Rashad Jamal, if we gonna get to that point, niggas gotta work on their mind. If you're not leading the people to healing their mind, that means you don't got a healed mind, and you don't want people to have a healed mind, because you can easily manipulate them. So I'm gonna upload this in a minute. I said what I had to say. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. If it's that, it's that. And then your magic gonna get sent back to you. Like, I'm not even worried about that shit. But I'm letting you know it's that. And your information about to be revealed. Period, point blank. And I was listening to I need to go listen to Lifeway and Atmos again. Like, FaZe did them wrong. For real. Like, he did them wrong. Just because Atmos had the little thing on his eye, that's his shit. Like, Phase 1 literally made a mockery of these niggas because what they look like, not who they are as a person. He called them liars and shit. It's really hard to tell who lying and who not lying, so I'm not even going to say, you know, he lying. I don't know that situation, but I know, y'all got to go listen to them again. They seem like genuine young men, and I feel like Phase 1 did them dirty, and how they, you know, he tarnished their name, and he tarnished what they had going on. He took a lot of energy from their foundation, from whatever they was building. And I feel like genuinely FaZe was wrong about them. And I'm not saying they ain't got fucked up. Everybody got fucked up stuff within them. But I feel like, yeah, they was telling some truth about that nigga. So, and he beat them to the punch by trying to make it seem like they lying, make it seem like they this. oh, they was drinking this and they was listening to loud music and da-da-da. I mean, nigga, fuck you. Fuck is you talking about? I listen to loud music. I listen to music that's not always highly vibrational. I'm not saying I don't listen to high vibrational music, but who the fuck is perfect and listen to high vibrational music all day? I listen to the reggae, I listen to all that, but I listen to the stuff I grew up on too. And I was just talking to another reflection as well. That's part of being authentic, being who you are. You know, you can't just take out the shit that you grew up with listening to, unless it's really like, you know, that drill shit and certain shit that's not really good for your mind and sexual shit. But if it's not that bad and you listening to it and you're able to recognize, hey, that's not good for me, but I still like this song, not necessarily, you know, supporting the person, but this is healing to you because you're able to go in your past, listen to that song, remember a point in time, bring new experiences to this present. So that's how I knew niggas wasn't authentic too, because you talking about them listening to their music like as if a motherfucker can't authentically be them. So he beat them. He tried to beat them to the punch by eliminating the authenticity, making his followers believe that authenticity is not it. That if you dress in the little hair wrap and shit, and you only listen to his music and you only listen to what he said, like Tim's and shit. If you only listen to them, then you highly vibrate. Nah, nigga, the fuck is you talking about? Like, that's you control. That's where it becomes a cult. So, yeah, like I said, everything needed to be said. I said what I needed to say. And pretty much that shit's not finna fly by. Us chosen ones, there's a lot of us real divine beings with divinity in us who not playing that shit no more, and we standing at the door of passage, the rite of passage. We standing at that door like, nah, nigga, you're not getting through this motherfucker unless you do the works, unless you actually you go through your mental faculties, your emotional faculties, and you heal that shit. And I don't give a fuck what information, how good you sound, how good you like you good at regurgitating. None of that shit fucking matters, bro. If this police like come around here another time, bro, this your second time coming around here, bro. The fuck is your problem, bro? I'm talking. Like, don't come around here again. He keep coming in circles and shit, like, and skirting. I know y'all heard that skirt. Motherfuckers been fucking with me all day, but I still don't give a fuck. You want to fight? That shit don't affect me for real. But it's still annoying. Like, nigga, are you watching me? Yeah, that's how I know niggas ain't real. They don't got them boys on them. They ain't got them boys on them. They ain't saying nothing real. When you real, you got them boys on you 24/7. You being gang stalked, you being watched. You know, phase one, I feel like, bro, he just not that. He just trying to be famous. He just trying to be known. He just want that validation, validity from others. So, it's free Dr. York. It's free Rashad Jamal. It's free all of our spiritual leaders. It's free us. It's free us. Because ain't none of us fucking free. Even if you think you free, even me, I ain't free yet, nigga. We still captivated. Fuck is you talking about? So all that, like, motherfuckers gotta free themselves. No, the fuck they don't. We do gotta free ourselves, but it has to come in unity, my nigga. We all, if one person frees themselves or they get to a mind state where they realize everything that's going on, even they can't be free. Even I can't be free with everything that I fucking know, because everybody else is still under the fucking spell of this world. So how the fuck we gonna be free? How anybody gonna get themselves free? None of us is free until we all motherfucking free. So I just want y'all to get that stupid ass shit out y'all fucking mind. Get some real shit in your mind. Stop listening to these content creators who only doing shit for a like, promoting their little businesses and shit, and only trying to get you to spend money with them. I don't got nothing like, my nigga, even when I was trying to sell my plates, and I am still selling my plates, I'm not finna be promoting that shit to the point where it's like, donate, like, donate me. I put my little post. If you gonna do it, you gonna do it. If you not, you not. But even then, I'm not a donating type of bitch. Like, I get everything done on my own. You feel me? It was just like, I put that energy out into there. But at the same time, that's not what I'm promoting. That's not what I'm about. I don't give a fuck about this money for real. Like, I don't care about this shit, bro. I slept in my car for months, my nigga. I really don't give a fuck. And I'm not just bringing that up to be like that's a badge, my nigga. But it's a badge for real. Because that moment of isolation, that moment of nothing, taught me a fucking lot that a lot of people don't got, that I be seeing. I be peeping it. Like, a lot of our women need to get their shit together, spiritual and non-spiritual. You motherfuckers need to get y'all shit together. Every time you shaking ass and showing body and waist, like that's all you got to fucking offer. You don't got no words of wisdom, no true, just face, just talking to people, just ass and waist beads and gold, a gold mouth, and man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Be fucking for real. Y'all my sisters, my nigga. Y'all my sisters, bro. Get y'all shit together. Spiritual and all. Start speaking on the real faculties of what the fuck is going on in this world with the police, the killings, the fake ass fucking holidays, these pagan holidays, like all of this bullshit. Y'all not speaking on, but y'all love to speak on. If a bitch do you wrong, she was jealous of me. How you know a bitch ain't jealous of you? How about like? I'm not saying that don't be happening to real divine beings. It definitely do. But a lot of y'all be delusional as fuck, thinking the motherfucker hating on you whole time you hate yourself. Like, fuck is you talking about? I never thought in my life. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers think I'm shaming or not. I've never thought in my life, let me go put my body on this because I feel so proud of it. I take pictures of myself for sure. I'm one of them, like, body giving, ooh, I get turned. I definitely do. I had this masculine and feminine. It's a balance. It's harmonious. But at the same time, you don't see me posting those pictures, and that's all I have to offer. You feel me? So, ladies, gods, goddesses, you got way more wisdom to offer than your body. And I see a lot of these content creators who are spiritual start off, speaking that shit, and then they get weak. And then now all you see is every other post, they body, waist beads, and them promoting somebody else shit or promoting they shit. That shit weak, my nigga. Give a fuck. This coming from a real person. That shit weak. Get your shit together, align, heal your womb, go celibate, start practicing that retention, men, women, and align yourself mentally. Stop thinking this shit all about social media and all about a like and all about approval and validity of what other people think. Get your bodies off of there, because first of all, that's how you're able to be attacked. Niggas look at your sexual body. That's a lot of lustful demons and incubus and succubus and jealous vibes. That's probably where you feeling the jealous energy from. You posting your body and shit, and then I'm not saying don't get out here and get comfortable, but being half naked on social media, showing ass. You don't even gotta be half naked. You could just be, showing your shit. You could be dressed like me, but you got a little ass and you showing that motherfucking shit, and you fucking yourself up like that. You putting mental, spiritual warfare on yourself like that. So if you want to delete the middleman, stop fucking posting naked pictures. Stop showing your ass. Stop showing the outline of that shit. Just post yourself talking. Post actual spiritual shit. And I'm not talking about spiritual like quotes and shit. Actually talk about what you're experiencing, what you're going through. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Some of y'all spiritual women is in relationships with whole niggas, they not even at their God mentality yet, and y'all don't even realize you lowering your God state, your goddess state, because you're with a nigga. He may be practicing the crystals and shit and but his mindset. So even if you is with this guy, y'all be with this guy, and y'all don't even be practicing celibacy. They get in a relationship and think celibacy don't exist. No, tell that motherfucker, hey, we gonna take a month off. We gonna actually get to build our connection, build our love. I'm gonna show you affection in a different way. I'm gonna show you love in a different way. Y'all not doing that. There's no healing going on like that, bro, in the spiritual community, even with your partners, women. Women only want to go celibate when they ain't got no partner. Like, whole time, that's why. And then when I know some women who feel like they standards high, so they could go fuck off, but they don't want to because the face ain't appeasing. It ain't, some women really like that, but a lot of y'all don't really go celibate until a person leave you, and now you gotta reset, get that coochie ready. I'm gonna say how it need to be said, but you get that shit ready for the next person. That's why y'all go celibate. Try to go to celibate for yourself. Try going celibate for you, nigga. Not because a nigga broke your heart and now you feel like you gotta clean your pussy. Nah, go celibate for you. And, you know, see how you feel after that. See how strong you feel after that. I was in a whole relationship, celibate as fuck. Didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I won't do it, nigga. I'm not finna. You're not taking my energy today. And I'm strict on, like, I've been such a shy kid, such a nice person where I let people walk over me, that when I got older, I got so strict on my boundaries. Like, it's no games no more. When it comes to me, it's no more games. I don't give a fuck. I can tell you no in a second. That's my favorite word. So as women, we definitely need to go celibate for ourselves, and we need to be able to practice clear mind, a clarity while we're on that thing. We're not just going celibate because we don't have a relationship, going celibate because there's nobody around us to hump on. And for y'all men, y'all brothers to talk to y'all. I ain't got nothing to say, y'all. I love y'all, but I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. That ain't my job. I mean, it is, but y'all know y'all need to go practice semen retention. Y'all know y'all need to calm yourself down. But I would tell everybody, like, for sure, practice that shit in a relationship and out of relationship. Even when you with your partner, let your partner know. We need to practice these moments where we're humping like jackrabbits and shit. And I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people's mental faculties and emotional faculties are imbalanced, because they're not able to do that in relationships. You know, you could be drinking all the teas, you could do all of the herbal teas, and you could do everything right. But if you are missing one aspect of this spiritual journey, if you don't got it all balanced out, if you're not working on it, if you don't acknowledge it, all that other shit is just as good as trash. It's just as good as a waste of time. So we get in there day by day, step by step, cycle by cycle, and the separation is going to happen where you're going to have a lot of people who are only doing this for attention, and then you're going to have the people who actually building. You're going to see the fruits of their labor start to manifest in this physical. So that's all I got to say, y'all. Peace. I love you all. Y'all have a good cycle today. Get y'all some sun. It feel real good out here, and I'll come back on the next one.